तत्पुरुष ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्दिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गलकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Sairam Lynn, Sairam from Malaysia.
Sairam Sharma, Sairam from New Zealand. Thank you, Swami, for permitting Sharma and I to relate more stories of your wisdom, your all-powerful and all-knowing wisdom, because that is our topic today. And it is, I was starting it to say 3 kinds of men, but Swami actually has also said there are 4 kinds of men. And so I will first address the 4 kinds of men, and then in another group we will do the 3 kinds of men. Swami was quite often very good at saying there are 3 of this kind, or 4 of this kind, or 12. He always was good at what I call listing. And listing is really one of the best ways to learn. We learn by listing in school. And when you've got a list 1, 2, 3, 4, it really makes it more plain to the mind, and it's easier to learn. Now, Swami was saying, when we were talking about 4 kinds of men, and don't forget, Swami once said something very, very interesting. He once said, in truth, there is only one male in the universe, and that is me. All the rest of you are female. Now, that is a shocker, and you try telling that to your neighbor, he will laugh at you and say, you're absolutely out of your mind. But we have to think about this, because the creation is a vast and mysterious thing. And we all came from God. We are all sparks of God. And if Swami said that in truth we are all female, including men, and he is the only male, we can at least ponder this in our hearts, even if we can't possibly agree with it at first. It would take a mind of great spiritual maturity to accept this, because we are so used to seeing the world in black and white, in twos, man and woman, black and white, night and day. That's just how we are built. Our minds are constantly putting things into categories, whereas God doesn't do that, Swami said. However, to get back to our topic, Swami said, the men who seek me are of 4 types. One of them is always worn out by ills and sicknesses that affect the body. The second kind is worried by the struggle for prosperity, power, property, posterity, in other words, having children, particularly male children in some societies, but some men are very attached to the idea, I must have children, I must have people in my family who will carry on my name, carry on my business, and so on. Keep the business in the family. I'm sure all of you will know of people like this, of a man like this. Swami said the third kind of man yearns for the realization of the divine within him. He reads the scriptures and the sacred books and moves ever in the company of spiritual beings, sadhakas. And he acts along the lines laid down by the sages. And he is always motivated to do good and to reach the Lord, reach the realization of the Lord. And that, of course, is realizing that God is within you, not just some idea of God without you, outside of you. And the 4th kind of man is the jnani. the man of great wisdom who is immersed, Swami said, in the Brahma Tattvam. Swami said the first kind of man, the one who is sick a lot, worships me only when he is in difficulty and suffers from grief or pain. When he prays to me, I hear it, and I satisfy him only in relation to that particular difficulty, that particular grief or pain. So, when the second kind of man prays to me for riches or position or power or high status, I listen, and I award him only the particular thing that he craves for. The wise man is blessed with chances to do nishkama karma, with a proper guru as guide, and with an intellect that is sharp enough to discriminate between Atma and Anatma. And thus, I help him to achieve that goal. I bless him so that he is saved from distraction. And for the fourth kind, I help him to concentrate on the single aim of liberation. He says, I'm like that old wish-fulfilling tree. Those of you who have been to the ashram will remember the tree that is up on top of a large rocky outcrop where Swami used to climb with his early devotees, and any kind of fruit they wished, he would materialize it off and pluck it from the tree, the wish-fulfilling tree. It is still there. And Swami says, I am like that tree. My task is to give each man what he asks for. I have no prejudice and no favoritism, and not even the shadow of cruelty can touch me. No fault can be blamed to me. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Tasmat karunya bhavena raksha raksha Saishvara. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Saishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.